Hello, this is Commander R. Giles again. I'm at Sothis mining station. It is a small/medium pad station, and this system has some larger ports or stations also, but this is in the Sothis system. One thing I want to point out is the missions some of the missions they have here. Cargo missions. So let's see here. Now most of them are going over to Sothis. And last week I was doing missions within Sothis, and I was able to make over 22 million on some drops to another station. Today, though, the intra station or intra system is not as hot as it was, but they're coming from Sothis to Sothis. There's some pretty nice ones here too, and I just wanted to show you these. And like, what's really nice, if you get the reputation up, and you can see over here that the reputation is maxed, so it's a good thing to max your reputation with each of the factions to get the amounts up. Sometimes you get these deliver 2 or 3 units, like to New Dawn Station, 2 units, and you get 1.1 million. So I want to go ahead and accept that one because I know that there's others. I'm not going to load them yet, but I will in just a moment.
Incoming mission critical message.
So let's look. Here's a 3.5 million to New Dawn also. I don't want to pick that one up yet because I saw some that are even larger. I want to take these 3s because I can go to the same station in Sothis.
Incoming mission critical message.
Earlier there was a 6.8 million. Let's see if that is still here. Here's a 5.9 going to New Dawn. I definitely want to accept that one. And there's a 66 for 2.7 million. So we're going to go over to New Dawn. So we'll collect that one. There's another New Dawn of 120. I want to accept it now. I'm not going to load it yet. I am going to load that 3 to New Dawn, since it's going to the same place. Just making sure. and this 2. Okay, this is the 120 of gold. So we'll take that one. That one's going to New Dawn. There's a silver to New Dawn. I've got another, this one, of silver going to New Dawn. We're 245 out of 280, so we got like 35 left. The only ones we could take is the small ones. But what I want to point out is we've got 3.5, 5.9, so that's 9.4, the carryover, so 10.8, and so say 11, 12. So there's 12 million from one station to another. That's not bad for one load on a Python. $12 million credits. So that's pretty good. Just for one load. 12 million. So this is the kind of things I want to bring to you. And we'll go ahead and deliver it and see how many pirates we attract just by this one load of 245 for about 12 million. And I'll put in the description exactly what the amount was. But it's roughly 12 million. So let's go ahead and deliver this. We got refueled, so that's good. We're going to New Dawn. We're going there. Auto launch. In several days with my cutter, I was able to go from one station to another and made up to 22 million. But I wanted to start posting some of these where you can see what we can do. So we're going to Sothis. Try to keep from speeding. .8. Now again, we could exit to the main menu and come back, and we'd be 10 kilometers away, and then we could go ahead and take off. And I do that sometimes because I get impatient and I just want to get there. But we're going to play nice, and purists would want to see you wait for the 7.5 kilometers before you leave, when you leave their protected area. So we'll do that. As you can see, I've got 245 units. I got 4 missions, and those 4 missions going to the same location will pay around 12 million credits. Okay, we've left the speed zone.
Frame shift
Let's
drive
go.
Charging.
I'm going to go ahead. I'm using a Rift, an Oculus Rift, and it's telling me the battery's out. So I'm going to replace the battery real quick, so hang on. Yeah, the worst thing would be you get an interdiction and the batteries are run out. So that would be a bad thing. So okay, so we're good again. So let's go.
Charging.
Let's go deliver this to New Dawn Station in Ceos and make the 12 million in a Python with 280 potential units.
Ready to engage.
And this is 245.
2, 1, engage.
I'm sure there's some larger credit award numbers, but I want to post these where you can take advantage of those too. I mean, 12 million credits in one medium-sized ship load.
Incoming mission
That pays for a lot.
message.
Yeah, it says enemy alert. So we're probably going to be interdicted. It just matters how many times we get interdicted. Is it worth it for you? So he knew he could find us eventually. All that tasty cargo. And you see on the sensor in front that they're listed. And they're being pretty fast. But the Python is very agile. Even with touch controllers, which is not as simple to stay on it. But for a quick 12 million, looks like there's another one. We got another taker. So there'll probably be at least 2 interdictions. Want to stay close to the station, or semi-close. So interdiction number 2 in the same Super Cruise, and we're going from Sothis system to Ceos, so we're not even doing intra system. Okay, that was number 2. I don't see any yet behind me. Sometimes they'll show up again before we dock. So New Dawn. Super Cruise assist, so we can cut in pretty quickly. Now if I'm next to a planet and they show up on my tail, unless I'm less than 1,000 kilometers away, I'm going to carry it right through. But if it's over that, I'll probably pull away and take care of the interdiction and then pull in. And as you can see with my combat rank, I'm harmless, so I don't fight them. Because what'll happen on some of these missions, you'll have 2, 3, or 4 NPCs if you submit, and they'll all be firing on you. So I'm not for that. So far on the sensor, we do not have a pirate behind us yet. We're to the point I would carry it through. And I said kilometer before, 1,000 kilometers, but it's that MM.
To Lacey, Romeo Golf, India. The Federation welcomes you, Commander. We'd be happy to serve you at this port.
Sometimes we get buzzed here at the station by a pirate coming out of the Super Cruise almost on top of us.
Access granted. You are go for approach to pad 07. You are go for automated docking. Enjoy the ride, Commander.
But if you'll see on my balance, I got over 5 billion. This is kind of how we got there. It's part of my adventure. What I'm hoping for is when the fleet carriers come out, individuals will be able to buy them, and they'll be reasonably priced, because I would certainly like to have one with a 500 light year jump range. That would be nice.
Landing gear deployed.
So we'll see what the total came out to.
Landing operation complete. Dispatching ground crew. You're all checked in, Commander. Enjoy your visit.
So you see my balance, it's 5055 million, so 5,055 million. So we will turn these in. It's a single load. I'm not stacking 20 missions. I took from one system 4 missions to the same location. So one of these is going to be under another faction, like that one. Let's see, did I get them all? Yep. Over here under inventory 0, we went from 5055 to 5067, so that's 12 million. We made 12 million credits off of that one simple run. We had 2 interdictions. That's probably worth it. Now, in a Python, especially modded one, engineer modded one, it wasn't too difficult. But that's a quick 12 million credits. And we can pick up missions from here to go back to Sothis, as you can tell. See all the Sothis stuff. So you have 135 for 1 million. That's not a big one though. Let's see if we can find it. Well, we'll see if we can find a big one. There's a 1.3. There's a 1 to Sothis. A 1. And there is a 2 units for 1.2. $180, 1.5 to Sothis. 2 units to Sothis for close to $1 million. There's 144 Sothis for 1.3, 132 to 1.1. So they weren't as big going back at this station, but some of the other stations they are. But to make 12 million in one run, one quick run, sending me from 55 million to 67 million, 12 million difference. It's not too bad. So now these are from scanning both at Dav's Hope and Jameson crash site. I can turn at least the Federation one in, the 7000, but I'll do that on a separate video. So you can make pretty easy money. Now you need to build a reputation in those systems. So maybe you can do some smaller ones and take reputation until you max them out like I did here, and you can make the big bucks. And with my cutter, it holds 780 units. I had one delivery for over 22 million. So, and I'll do one of those too and post it to where you can see what you can make from a large ship. Now, the interdictions are tougher because a cutter is not as agile as a Python. So just wanting to show that's part of the adventure. Again, thanks for watching. I hope you will subscribe and select the bell for notifications, and continue to go on this ride with me. So I'll continue to show these large runs and what you can make. Until next time.